Hey everyone, welcome back again. So as yesterday we were focusing on the Gen 3 model from Runway ML. In this part we will be focusing on the Gen 2 model, I believe, as far as we are concerned. So I hope you liked yesterday's videos, the lecture series. Now you know that I recorded this series in 2 days and not 1 day. Yes, I did that. Fine. So moving on to our Gen 2 model, which is a multi-model generation. There are a lot of features, folks, that we can work here. Okay, and as you know, I have 223 credits left, so we can work a lot. So left on the left side we have a text prompt which we can put here, whatever, like we did yesterday. We can, or in the last lecture, we can here focus on which part we want the camera to move. We can move on the motion brush. This is, I think this is new actually. The last time I checked it, this wasn't working. This is going to be good. Okay, so we are going to try that as well. Then we are going to focus on stylize. What is that? Okay, so what kind of presets we want? We want it for advertising, we want it for films, we want it for like pixels, we want it for a Disney kind of movie, we want it for a marketing film, we want it for a GIF or anything of that sort. Then we have the aspect ratio, which is cool, which is easy as well. We'll focus with 9:16, which is our focus. Then we'll focus on custom presets. There are a bunch of presets. Folks, preset basically means a set of rules that you have defined for the AI model to follow, and you are you are asking the AI model to focus on following that rules only. Okay, like for the prompt as well. Then we have here a bunch of stuffs like resolution, which is fine, which is good. Then we have general motion, how much motion you need in your images. If you want to move it too much, then it should be 10. If you don't want to move it at all, it should be at 1 or 2 something. If you have like basic things, it should be between 4 and 5. I would suggest you to keep it between 4 and 6. If needed, depending on how you need it, like you can bring it down to 3 as well sometimes, but then it will be like lack of, and it'll be like animation thing, not a video thing, right? And then we have okay, you have to go to 5 free previews. Yeah, so let's start with our assets. So let's take an image. I need an image. Obviously I'm not going to take this. I'm going to take it from my browser, from my computer. Let's see what I have. So I have an image, folks, of Alan Turing. Let's work with that. Okay, let's work with that. Or you want me to work with Mr. T's image? I don't know. Okay, I will if you're that much into it. So let's work with Alan Turing. So if you don't know who Alan Turing is, this guy is one of the big reasons why AI exists to this day. But he was way too early. Like he was a kind of like math. If you look, folks, into the deep of AI history, most guys are either computer science guys, or computer science is actually a very recent innovation that has happened like in the last 40 years or something. Because I believe in 40 years ago, there was a computer science degree in or computer science education in even Stanford and Harvard. So this is a really new thing. And as far as, or maybe 50 years, I may be wrong with the timeline, maybe. Most AI innovation that has happened has come from mathematicians, because folks, believe it or not, computers run on numbers, right? And numbers, who better than mathematician can understand numbers? So Alan Turing was a mathematician, he was a computer scientist, he was a bunch of stuffs, and he made a Turing test, which if you're interested, you can search it online, right? So we want, let's go with minimum prompt, right? Make it cinematic and 4K. So that's a very basic legit prompt. If we want, we can enhance the prompt text, but I'm not going to do that, folks, because I've done that and it's dumb, right? It's dumb. Camera control, I'm going to leave it as it is. Motion brush, this is something I'm going to use. So which part of the image I want to move? I think it would be his face that I want to move. So I'll put a circle here, and I'll put little bit around his suit. So that's the only part that moves. And folks, this is going to be interesting, because if you see, I can zoom this thing up. I've left a few blank space just behind his ear, here, behind his left ear. So let's see how it reacts. If it's really bad, please bear with me, because I'm also bearing for you guys. But I love it. Thank you very much for letting me do this. Okay, so moving on to presets. We don't want presets. We want to keep it simple, sweet, easy. And let's generate an image. Go. So folks, it's going to generate it within, I believe, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It's going to be ready. And once it's ready, we can see how this thing works. And also, there is one little advice that I want to give you, which was, where is it? Yes, here it is. In the meanwhile, while it's generating, let me give you this advice. If you ever mess up with these ones, which I haven't in this prompt, what you're going to see is, where is it? There you have it. General motion, it's fixed already. Just a second. Yeah, here we go, folks. So what I was talking about yesterday, here it is. Negative prompt for preview images. This applies to preview images only, not videos. So negative prompt is what? As I've explained yesterday, it is something that you don't want to appear in your image. For example, when you type in Alan Turing cinematic 4K, something kind of like image. What you don't want is fuzzy, hazy, multiple hands, limbs, faces, distorted images and all of that. That would be considered as a negative prompt. If you have taken any of my in-depth prompt engineering courses or whatever, not trying to self-promote, just giving you an example, you will see I have named different kind of prompts. It's like 0-shot prompting, 1-shot prompting, detailed prompting, and you have Socratic prompting, negative prompting, and a bunch of stuffs. Okay, so this, we are ready with Runway ML here. And let's see how this works. Ready, folks? 1, 2, 3, go. So we don't have voice here, obviously. Dude, is it moving? Wait, what the hell happened? 1, 2. Okay, so it did move, but the problem was, it looks like it's a kind of an animated thing rather than doing it. So what folks we are going to do here is that we are going to, okay, we'll do it in the next lecture. We'll extend this thing and we'll do that. As for this one, I'll give it a 3-star because it just didn't, it would be improper anatomy. No, not improper anatomy. It would be lack of motion, didn't match prompt, and render quality. So we have sent it. So now the people who are building this stuff will know what was wrong with it. That was it from this one, folks. I know it didn't move a bit, and I'll investigate why. And in the next lecture, we'll move into the more depths of it and make it move like crazy. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.